Joining us now, Arizona Democrat Senator Ruben Gallego. Senator, it's good to have you on. You've got a bill. Senator Johnson had a bill. Did both of them fail to pass at this point? Have I got that right?
Yeah, I mean, actually, ours didn't even fail to pass. The Republicans refused to hear it and let it to the floor. Instead of debating it and actually putting to a vote, they stopped it altogether. And our bill was actually very clean and simple, which is give everybody, every employee that's a government employee right now that is not being paid, pay while we work this out.
The other bill, I guess the criticism, did you agree with that from Democrats that it gave President Trump too much leeway on which ones to pay, or why did that not pass?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, because it gave the president the power to decide which employee was essential or not. And let's be honest, this president is quite temperamental. He acts like a child. He's very petty. And if you give him that power, he would use it in a petty, temperamental, childlike way.
Senator, I guess the critics of Democrats would say it's similar here. You're talking about a clean bill. The continuing resolution is a clean bill, a clean resolution, same as the one that was in March. And all along, it looked like that was going to be sufficient to get enough votes to pass, and it's just not.
I'm sorry, Democrats to who?
Democrats are demanding negotiation. They're demanding negotiation on other issues, on more appropriations.
No, we're
stuff.
demanding a very simple thing. We want to make sure that Americans, 24 million Americans, do not see their insurance premiums doubled. In Arizona, we're talking about 500,000 people that are going to see their insurance premiums doubled, in addition to all the inflation they're dealing with right now. 4 million Americans are likely just to not buy health insurance. That's the demand here. I think what you're talking about are just like the other points that Republicans try to do to distract from the fact they're about to raise the premiums on 24 million Americans.
Well, they're not, by not extending it, it would go up. But what's the 1.5 trillion, Senator? You could extend those. For 1 year, you could extend the Obamacare subsidies for $40 billion. For 10 years, you could do it for $345. You're asking for 1.5
I'm sorry. Are you an insurance broker? I'm sorry. Are you an insurance broker? Are you an insurance broker?
That's not germane to this, Senator. Are you an insurance broker?
Because 1 year, we don't know what 1 year does.
Are you an insurance broker?
No, but I actually understand why I would first go talk to them, right? The reason we just don't go for 1 year. This is my point to this, is that for 1 year, the premiums may not set at the point that it's not going to raise premiums to double what we're worried about. Now, if we actually go and talk to insurance brokers, we talk to the industry, we talk to insurance regulators, and say, for 1 year, if you say extend the program for 1 year, insurance premiums won't double, absolutely, right? This is all about keeping costs low. That's the one thing I focus on, so I think Democrats are focused on. What we don't want to do is put ourselves in a situation where right now, where inflation is high, cost of everything is high, food, housing. We're now seeing auto loans, the largest amount of default ever. We're not going to go and just summarily just raise insurance premiums on Americans when we know that there's a smart way for us to do it. Now, I'm not saying there has to be a full extension. I'm not saying that we actually have to give everybody the same amount of premiums subsidies that we have in the past, but we have to actually think about this in a smart, tactful way so that way Americans do not see their insurance premiums double. So someone just throwing out, well, let's just do it for a year. We don't know if that's the case. It may have to be 2 years, it may have to be 3 years at a minimum, so that way there's at least an off-ramp for Americans so they don't actually see their insurance rates jump.
What's in the 1.5 trillion? You could do it for 10 years, Senator, for $345 billion. What's in the 1.5 trillion that Democrats are demanding to open the government? And this is unheard of.
We're not demanding anything. This is just a Republican talking point. All I want is for the ACA to be extended for Americans, so 24 million people do not get their premiums doubled. That's what I'm asking for.
For how long?
I don't care. We could do a CR. We could keep it as long as we can negotiate with the Republicans. If the Republicans can come up with a good plan that is, again, does not give permanency, I think that's gone. Look, Republicans control the government. There's, the White House, Senate, and the House of Representatives. I have to actually deal with that reality. But what I want to make sure is that Americans do not suddenly get a huge bill starting January 1st. And that's
don't you need to open the government to negotiate? Don't you need to reopen the government to do that? If Republicans shut down the government next time Democrats are in charge to extract whatever it is that they happen to want, are you saying that's okay? Are you saying that's okay if they do that?
I mean, the Republicans have done this quite a while, yes. Yeah,
and what
Republicans have
did
done
you
this
say
a
about
lot.
it back,
I mean,
what did you say about it when they did it?
I don't know, and I don't care. What matters is, again, about 24 million Americans. What I care about 24 million Americans, 24 million families have an opportunity to actually live the American dream and not have their insurance rates doubled overnight because the government refuses to act. Again, we can negotiate right now. By the way, how can I negotiate? The president's in Asia for 5 days. Johnson's basically keeping his the House of Representatives out till January to stop, and protect pedophiles. So who am I negotiating with right now? The person I'm talking to right now is everyday Americans who are worried that they're going to have their insurance rates doubled overnight because Republicans refuse to act. So they're screwing up on tariffs, they're raising inflation, and now they're going to go ahead and raise your premiums.
The Republicans are refusing to be blackmailed and held hostage into what Democrats want. Mike Johnson doesn't need to do anything.
Well, Democrats, that's what I want is 24 million Americans. I want 24 million Americans to have inflation. No,
okay,
24 million Americans want their insurance.
We're
want
finished.
healthy and affordable insurance.
I appreciate it.
You too. Have a good one.